Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the FODL. That's right, this is the FODL, the first online dart league, and we are here with another edition of Darts Night on Twitch. Weeknights, Monday through Thursday, starting around 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And of course, your host tonight, this evening, whatever time it is where you are watching this, is of course myself, Dylan, aka Dilly Dilly, aka the quintessential voice of the FODL as voted by the people. And myself, and I am happy to be with you guys. It's been about a week. I don't think I casted at all last week. You know, sometimes you don't cast, and that's what happens. So it's gonna be fun. We got a lot of darts for you tonight. We got a triple header that will be coming your way, Mamma Mia, ABBA style, ABA. That's right. It's going to be a fun time, so let me just go ahead and introduce you to the players, starting us off. That's right, the first match of this evening is going to be Shenandoah Slinger versus King Rodge. Shenandoah Slinger hailing from Waynesboro, Virginia. Last season finish was 6th in the FODL A. Throws for those 23 grams. Red Dragon Peter Wright 2020s. Hashtag come on, Kenny. Come on, Kenny. His opponent King Rodge hailing from Niagara Falls, Ontario. Last season finish was 1st in the FODL A. That's right. The reigning champion King Rodge with that star at the bottom of his flight. Throwing with those 25 gram Target RVB legacies. The Canadian hashtag sorry, not sorry. Get it? Because he's Canadian and they say sorry, but he isn't. Because he's that kind of Canadian who isn't apologetic for the fact that he's a winner. We'll have to see who wins tonight because as we know, King Rodge was taken out last week. DeGrubs with the big win over King Rodge last week, but we look here at the standings. Currently, Left Hand Hooligan is at the top with 40 points. King Rodge is in second with 38. And Shenandoah Slinger, I can say hello to you as you're right above me in second to last place after 2 games played, though. As you can see, a lot of players have already had their floating game week 1 match played. Lasercat has played 4 matches. And he's only 10 legs off the... I don't actually know if he's actually played 4 matches or if that's a accounting error. But yeah, Shenandoah Slinger could be trying to make up some points as he's 16 points overall. But you look, there's not really a giant gap. Jig is only 21 points and he is in 6th place. Train's at 28, 32. It gets a little bit higher as it goes. But it shouldn't be too much for Shenandoah Slinger to make some moves into the upper middle portion of the FODL A standings as they stand. Get it? Because they're standings. Let's look at the stats coming in. So y'all know we played Cricket and 501 here in the FODL, the FODL. Cricket, King Rodge currently number 3 in the league with a 2.87 NPR. 2.87, only 3rd in the league. His opponent Shenandoah Slinger 14th in the league at a 2.34. Still some strong 2s by both. Look at the difference in miss percentage. King Rodge has only missed 24% of his darts. Shenandoah Slinger 40%. While yet Shenandoah Slinger has the edge in triple and bull by 1%. But then it turns around in 10, 7, and 9s. King Rodge dominating the high marks when it comes to cricket. But it has only won 33% of his legs. Because as you can see, his opponents have played about a 0.1 higher NPR than him. I'm one of those players. I beat him. I whitewashed him in cricket. Didn't beat him overall. But I just want to let everyone know. 501, a little bit of a different story. Both the 1 and 2 players in the league. King Rodge number 1 with a 66 3-dart average. 65.79. Shenandoah Slinger second with a 59.52. Incredibly high averages from both of these players. Their first 9s are in the upper 60s to upper 70s. Average finish are pretty high as well. And then look at that. Ton plus is already 20% from King Rodge, 13% from Shenandoah. the 140's, you know, a little bit even more, less so, but still high marks, 5%. Slinger, no ton of 80s from either of these players. So, Cricket, it looks more decidedly in possible King Rodge's favor, but 501, it gets a little bit closer. But it's going to be a tough one. We've seen that King Rodge can bleed, as they say, as we had a regicide last week. We'll have to see if it occurs again as we bring it here over to the split view. And we have King Rodge, who did win the cork, so he will actually be starting us off. So, players, are you ready to get your Game Week 3 matchup underway?
I'm ready.
Yes, I am.
Slinger is ready. King Rodge is ready. All right, I'm ready. Everyone at home is ready. The chat's going wild, a.k.a. about 7 chats. We got Shenandoah Slinger on the left, King Rodge on the right. A division, 9 legs. Starting off with Cricket, King Rodge has the darts first. Game on.
All the best, Rodge. Shoot well, buddy.
Find those fat singles, good buddy.
And as Liberty would say, sportsmanship, it matters. I wouldn't say that, though. I don't believe in sportsmanship, but there's 3 20s to start things off from King Rodge, and we are underway here in this matchup. And Shenandoah Slinger only going to start off with a single 19 to get things started for him in this cricket matchup. If we look to the chat, oh, that could be a great third. Might be a single 20 and a treble 19. It is right there in the corner. Big turn from King Rodge, a 4 mark to close off 19. Slinger forced to move to 18s. And he will get 3 solid 18s in there to close the wedge. K-Ball02 says, let's do some math. King Rodge went for the double 18 there, but missed to the double 4, unable to close the wedge, up by 40 points, and got a single 18. But Shenandoah Slinger now with an opportunity to get some points on the board of his own. And that treble's going to help. And a nice 5 mark from Shenandoah Slinger, 5 18s. Jumps up to 90 points, has taken the point lead. King Rodge, though, with the 20s, can take it back. He's going to have to use all 3, though. Does get 60 points to put the lead only by 10 in his favor. So, advantage Slinger in that first start is beautiful. Oh, he hit a treble 18 to jump up in the points, but then only got a single 20. So 20's not closed. Rodge able to go for it. Yeah, finally using that dart for a marker. And it finds a treble 18 to seal the wedge, 4 20s. And a close of 18 from King Rodge with a beautiful hero dart, one would call it. And now has the lead, but Slinger starting at 17s. Great first. He's going to start off with what appears to be 5 17s from Shenandoah Slinger. And already, we are just off in a battle right now. Both players averaging 3.6 as King Rodge will put 20 more points on the board, but does not close 17s, gets 2 marks. Oh, yeah, Yoda JMU had subscribed with Prime 29 months. And DeGrub's gifting a sub, as he is wont to do, to Sinister Gibb. Congratulations. There's 3 17s from Shenandoah Slinger, so he'll tack on 29 plus, as in 29 over King Rodge. But King Rodge will find a treble 20 and then close the 17s. Again, pushing him back into the lead and forcing Shenandoah Slinger to move. It's a close point battle, but King Rodge has that advantage of the larger wedge. And as this continues, the advantage grows. Wow, okay, he at least managed to find a treble with the third. Those darts were kissing the wire. Just unrewarded, but he does manage to find the treble with the third. 5 16s. And Slinger has been doing well to keep up pace. There's a single 20, almost narrowly a treble 16 there, but just a single 16 from Rodge. Slinger needs to make up this difference. Oh, next door neighbor trebles. Oh, just could not find it. Only a single 16 and stays behind. Notre Dame, you saying good battle. But there's the close of 16s from Rodge. But he's only up by 3, unable to tack on 20 extra points. Like a beautiful treble there.
Oh, Kenny.
No, he could not find another, but 4 15s regardless. Again, closing and tacking on points on his first approach of these wedges. But King Rodge hits a treble 20, does some damage. That's a little bit of damage there. Adds 60 points, pushed him back in the lead, but couldn't find any 15. So Slinger needs big marks. He's at now the quote-unquote worst wedge here in cricket, as it only gets him 15 points every time. 215 still does not put him up. There's going to be 220s from Rodge. He struggled a little bit on that 15 for his 2 attempts at it so far. He's at 380, Slinger 322, both still in the 3 MPRs. Oh, could not find the treble, just 2 next to it. Does not make up the difference. King Rodge doing some points with the first. Trying to conclude with the others. Only finds a single 15, however. So again, Slinger needs to find some trebles here to make up this point difference. Oh, again, he flicks off the darts again as it just touches the treble wire. And another unrewarded throw. King Rodge, however, will close the 15s as well as tack on another 20 to put him at 420. Plays it. Slinger now can only score off the bull.
Whoa!
Whoa! Well, by that reaction, that dart was clearly at the bull. Goes high and says, all right, well, I only need one more, so I'll at least close it. That dart went high. King Rodge says, all right, well, I'll get a 19 there. Might have found a single bull. He did manage to find a single bull. Oh, and I think a single bull was found by Slinger as well. Not helpful enough. King Rodge's strategy reminding me of the author and or the account. I think the author does this often. He's in the lead. He'll still take the first dart to point. Leave the last 2. Well, he'll get 2 bulls and close it, while King Rodge, though, only needs 2 to take the leg. Oh, see ya. That would have been a big dart. May have been inside or outside, but regardless, it's on the floor. Just a single 19 from Rodge. Slinger needs 4 and 2 19s.
Oh, Kenny.
Oh, no. That first dart, guess it was just blocking a little, but he ended up throwing it on the right side of it. So only gets a single bull. There's 1.
Yeah.
King Rodge says, I'm just going to go straight for it. Gets the 2. Game shot in the leg to King Rodge. And a close leg that was coming down to the wire. Both end with a 2.7 MPR. An incredible points power. 24 20s King Rodge found, while 11 18s, 10 15s from Slinger. Lots of them. Slinger, though, will have the darts here in the second leg of cricket. Game on. Ario 27 validating me, saying, yeah, author does it. when it comes to using that first dart to score and then using the remainder to actually try to close some wedges. Since Fireman was doing it last night too, which Fireman goes, yeah, sometimes I forget and get greedy and throw 2 for the points and screw myself over. Slinger starts off with 2 20s, while King Rodge starts off with 3 19s. We'll just have to see where this leg takes us. It's going to be 3 20s there from Slinger. So first on the board with points, but Rodge with 19s closed can start pointing off it immediately. And he may have found only 2. No, just 1. So starts off behind. Slinger going straight for the 19s, but misses into the 3. Goes back to 20. He's going to go for those points. 27 says, as Crim used to say, if you have the most points, you can't lose. He used to say that. Now all he says is, I can't win. Everyone plays their best against me. What is happening? It's only me. There's 2 19s from King Rodge, still behind here in points. Back to Slinger.
Kenny, come on.
There it is. It's a little out of order, though. It's... Oh, just below the treble. Only 2 19s. King Rodge not really finding his darts on the 19s. 3 or 2. Hasn't found a treble yet. Takes the point lead by 15, but not a large margin, as Slinger looks like he does find the close there with the first. As well as finding 2 20s. So 19's now closed. Slinger with the point lead. Rodge forced to move to the 18s. And only able to find 1. Slappy Pappy comes in the chat. Hello, beautiful people of different orientations. That's what he said.
Oh, Kenny.
No, Slinger unable to close the 18 wedge, leaving it available for King Rodge if King Rodge can find his darts in it. He does manage to close it, but just outside of the treble. 2 marks found. And Slinger closes immediately with the first. K-Ball says birds aren't real. There's the close of 18s and 4 20s. 5 mark from Shenandoah Slinger. Takes a dramatic point lead. Rodge, though, managing to find a treble. This leg, 4 17s for King Rodge. Deadhead Dart comes in evening. But Slinger going to find 3 single marks into the 17 and close it, forcing Rodge to move.
Oh, fucker.
No! By that reaction, he must not even found the third. Yeah, just 2 16s. That third one goes right into the 8 corner.
Don't get sloppy.
Those darts. I guess that first maybe for points and then went to 16 and then went back to 20. Very confusing. But there's 5 16s from King Rodge to put some pressure. Still behind, but edging closer, though. He may have just immediately closed that. Yeah, I think that's in the treble 16. It is a 5 mark. I like he's like, here, let me show you. Just smacks it out. But King Rodge moves to 15. Does manage to find a treble, but just the single treble closes it. VG Ghostskins with the sub. And Slinger didn't like me saying that as he yells while I do it. And a miss from Shenandoah Slinger could be a turning point. Could be, but it wasn't. Only 2 15s found from King Rodge. And he is still behind by 54. Yoda JMU talking about his wiping habits, or lack thereof. There's two 15s from Slinger, so unable to close it. Rodge needs to pound some trebles here. And pound one he does. I believe that's 5 15s. If that third did find the wedge, it is. So it will bump him up to take a 21-point lead. Shenandoah Slinger can change that quickly. There's 2 in the 20s. And narrowly gets it inside the 15. That is almost in the 10, but sneaks it in there. King Rodge forced to move to the bull to score. He does manage to find 3 to close the bull to give him a chance, but Shenandoah Slinger needs only 3 to take the leg. After that first miss, may have blocked himself, but opted just to go back to 20s to push the lead further, extend that gap. King Rodge now looking to score some points. It's a big darts, does manage to find 2 bulls and a 20, so tack 50 points on, still behind by 9. He's looking to try to put himself close.
Come on.
Meanwhile, Slinger trying to extend the lead to push it a little bit further, but unable to. Only finds a single 20. Bullseye. And Rodge is going to take the leg. Game shot to King Rodge. Finds a bullseye with the first. Tacks on 50 points and 2 single 20s. Steals it away from Shenandoah Slinger. Unbelievable. Sweeps the cricket portion. You hear him cry out in joy as the rush goes to King Rodge, managing to keep his arm straight and his hand steady. Leads us into 5:01. We'll have the darts. Game on.
You well, Kenny.
You too, sir.
Wow. Chat lost their minds. Slappy Pappy said, relations. Trey Photo says, wow. Fireman, damn. VT Ghostkin's wild. Boom, says Ario. Yo-Yo Dad, have some. Bow to the king, as the king starts off with 30. Not really worth bowing for on that start. 60 from Slinger. DJ says, crazy. How does one learn to do that? People losing their minds, but King Rodge does manage to score a ton there. I believe that found a treble there to make up for the 30 he started off with.
Oh, come on.
No. Unfortunate darts there. Only 48 scored, finding some next door trebles. Pierso, reminding us that Rodge checked out 100 last night. Bullseye, bullseye. For those who were curious, there's a 25. So a ton sandwiched between a 30 and a 25. It's King Rodge averaging 52 over 9. There are some nice starts right there from Shenandoah Slinger. 96 scored. He's averaging 66 over 9. Oh, but that could be a big ton. 40 from King Rodge. He does slip the first and the third in there. Stacked them. Pretty impressive there. As King Rodge going up and down with his scores. It's hard to tell where that one is. It is a ton from Shenandoah Slinger. Those very long darts. So already a battle to get to a checkout first. Looks like 60 from King Rodge. We'll put him at 146. But Shenandoah Slinger at 197 could put him on a better checkout.
Oh, miss a big fucking
Oh, no! Disaster from Shenandoah Slinger. 34. He puts him on a bogey. King Rodge 146. It's off. Unbelievable. Just 58 scored from King Rodge. Shenandoah Slinger with some disastrous throws. Needs to make it up here.
68, 87.
Looks like he left himself 76. Good throw, Rodge, 88. Oh. Must have been going for 18 elite bullseye, but missed, and then also missed the 17 and hits a 2, so only 23 scored from King Rodge. Shenandoah Slinger, 76. Wow, and he doesn't! Game shot in the leg to Shenandoah Slinger. The 76 checkout hits the 1 with the first lap with 75. Hits the bull, needs it, and gets it. Shenandoah Slinger. Clutch throwing, clutch darts to show off and break the throw in 501. We'll have the darts here in this next leg. Game on! Chat loses their mind on that one. And a little bit of a right back at you from Shenandoah Slinger to King Rodge. Says, you want to steal a leg from me? I'll steal one right back. Shenandoah, gotta start off with 45. Yeah, chat lost their minds again. Lots of wows. I always love when stuff happens. The chat just scrolls up super fast. Losing their minds. Bits from the players. Go to Jamie with 6 bits. 72 bits from DJ Mike Hughes. The Y72. A 79 there from Shenandoah Slinger. Finding some unfortunate Trouble 1 action. That may be a 76 from King Rodge. It is. People quoting the podcast opening. Oh my God, no. 44 from Slinger. And oh yeah, by the way, everyone up top, if you haven't noticed, Accountant and Doughboy going at it. As there's an 85 from King Rodge. Probably could have phrased that better. Accountant up 3-1 over Doughboy. Averaging rather low. Looks like a 95 there from Shenandoah Slinger. Doing well there on the 19s. And only a 60 there from King Rodge. So, opportunity Slinger put himself on a checkout first. And only gets 60, so stays out of range. King Rodge at 220. 60 would put him on a checkout. But he'll go 50 to put him on the big fish. I believe he may have blocked the 20, didn't want to risk it. Hits the 10 to at least ensure a chance for a checkout.
Whoa! I'll catch it.
Oh, wow. Yeah, 80 scored from Slinger, but King Rodge, big fish. And it's off. 85 scored from King Rodge. Shenandoah Slinger requires 98.
Oh, you dummy.
He does not give himself the chance.
Fuck.
And disastrous darts there. 20 scored. Hits a treble 4. 85 required for King Rodge. He's not going to be able to put himself on a finish. And, oh, disastrous for him. Was trying to aim at least for the bull there. Hits a 3 instead. 23 scored. Slinger requires 78.
Oh, come on.
Just inside. Need double 16 as he found the treble 14. Could not get it. King Rodge, 62. Oh no! Finds the 9. Doesn't give himself a chance. Slinger looking for double 8. And I believe that's in with the first. It is. Game shot in the leg to Shenandoah Slinger. Capitalizing on King Rodge's misfortunate darts. Finding just on the other side of the wires into some wedges he was not aiming for. Ties it up 2-2. King Rodge will have the darts here in the next. Game on. And King Rodge will start off with 60. RU27 was letting me know that Cleaner and Magic Pinball Wizard were going. Magic Wizard Pinball, however he calls his name. Magic Wizard. But it's already over. 3-3 split. I didn't see it on the schedule. So I wasn't aware of it. Shenandoah Slinger will start off with a 60 of his own. Kilf mentioning how the Accountant Doughboy match, low-key big match, as that looks like a 27. 27.
I gotta change it.
Okay, I was like, I can't be going crazy, right? There's a ton from Slinger. So it's either a 24. Okay, so it was a 24 scored from King Rodge. As there looks like just a 60 potentially from King Rodge. Yeah, the Doughboy Accountant match, they're both currently sitting second and third in the standings. 2 points away from each other, so trying to put some distance in between each other. But only a 45 scored from Shenandoah Slingers, though, averaging 66 or 68 there over 9. 45, and King Rodge slowing down a little bit. Hashtag shook? Question mark?
Come on, Kenny.
Adam Mojica 12 says, nice, Kenny. There's a good treble. Cover dart with the third. 79 scored. Again, finding another treble 1. People loving the FODL sticker placements for both of these players. There's a 45 again from King Rodge, so only averaging 47 over 15. Not what we're used to seeing from a player of his caliber.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. 19 scored. 2 treble 3s, and Shenandoah Slinger stays outside of checkout range. And King Rodge says, I can stay outside as well, only scores 41.
What are you doing? Come on.
Kilf asks, hey, Dilly, can we buy larger FODL stickers in the official FODL store? Great question.
84.
That's all I got. 84 scored from Shenandoah Slinger. 41 from King Rodge keeps him outside at 185. Slinger requires 114. And it's off. By the way, the answer to your question is no, Kilf. The answer to that is no. There's a 56 from Slinger. We'll leave 58.
Fuck it.
Yeah, he says F it and a 180 from King Rodge to leave him 5. He said, whatever. Slinger's at 58. I'll put some pressure on, but Slinger requires 58. Balls on this man. And the pressure means nothing to Shenandoah Slinger. Game shot in the leg to the Slinger. Pop, 18 and tops. Says, yeah, you threw a 180, but you cursed yourself with it. and takes the leg and takes the lead to a 3-2 advantage. Darts to Shenandoah Slinger. Game on. I respect it. I don't even care. He's like, you know what? I may lose the leg, but I'll ensure I'll get half the points. He does get a guaranteed bonus point with that one. And a ton? Oh, 85 to start. This HX Duck comes in. Cricket still sucks. Wait. Yeah, I mean, great effort from King Rodge to at least try to turn things around there at the end. But Slinger was dominating that entire leg in an easy checkout for him. Oh, had another chance at a max, but a ton 21 from King Rodge, and suddenly, this leg, he has turned it up. Finding trebles, a little bit more consistency. Just, speaking of trouble, 43 from Shenandoah Slinger, minus 10 HP again to the dartboard. And continuing to find the troubles is King Rodge. Tons scored. And averaging 102 over 9. Someone's a little angry. He's just, he's thinking to himself, not again. I will not fall. There's a 95 from Slinger. But King Rodge sits at 195. Again, just pounds another treble. 99 scored from King Rodge to leave him 96 after 12. Shenandoah Slinger back at 258. Is not going to put any pressure on. King Rodge requires 96. And will leave himself 70 as Dart's finding just next door of each of his targets. But with Slinger back at 231, King Rodge will have 3 guaranteed darks. I should say 6.
Oh, you whore.
Whoa! 41 scored from Slinger. Keeps him outside. King Rodge 70. Cannot find tops. Goes just above. Will be left with 40. We'll have darts to return.
Turn on double tracking? Or, yeah.
As it sounds like Slinger may not have double tracking turned on.
Oops.
It's actually happened a lot lately here. King Rodge looking for tops.
How do you check 40?
By hitting a double, he'll use a double 10. Game shot in the leg to King Rodge with the Rascal. I think he was being facetious with the question. I don't know the hesitation, but he does manage to find the Rascal, tying it up 3-3. And he will take the break a throw. We'll have the darts here in this next leg. Game on. And yeah, that's actually not the first person who hasn't had doubles tracking on. I also went up against a player who didn't have it on. A couple people have. There's a 80. Oh, he must have hit a treble 5 there. To start from King Rodge. So maybe Dark Connect updated and reset everybody's settings, because the fact that it's happened already.
Double attempts are on.
Mine wasn't.
Well, regardless, it must have changed the settings for some people and weren't aware of it. Yeah, Ario27 saying either player can turn it on during their turn from the gear icon. Of course, Yoda JMU comes in saying learn to DC, which it's very clear that DC had an update that reset everybody's configurations. Else, it wouldn't be so common. There is a 41 from King Rodge. Dave Little Toaster, did either Swip Cricket? Yes, Dave. King Rodge swept the cricket portion, and then Shenandoah Slinger 1-2-5-0-1s to tie it up, and now it's been back and forth. I should say, Slinger then won 3 in a row to go up 3-2, and then King Rodge won that last leg to tie it up. And there's the rundown. Another 41 from King Rodge. Fireman says, you don't miss a double. DC, that could be, I couldn't tell. Oh, just a ton 40. I couldn't tell where that second dart landed, but it was just above the wire from Shenandoah Slinger. Big throw and a ton 40 to answer back from King Rodge. Saying, I can do it too. Putting him at 199.
Come on.
Oh, just 58 scored from Shenandoah Slinger. Smacking the board again. Taking tips from the criminal. As there is a 38 scored from King Rodge. We'll at least set him up on 161, so the troubles did end up helping. As there what appears to be 82.
84.
80. Oh, yeah, 84 scored. Sorry. I don't know why I said 82. King Rodge, it was off from the get-go. And Slinger requires 94. And will leave himself tops if he returns, as King Rodge sits at 131. Oh, had a great first dart, but then finds the 9 with the second. He'll leave himself tops as well, though, after finding the bull with the third. Both looking for 40. Double 20. Inside. Rascal.
Come on, Kenny.
And both darts outside. Rascal saying no to Shenandoah Slinger. And King Rodge now with an opportunity for tops. And he'll find it with the first dart. Game shot in the leg to King Rodge. And he takes back the lead 4-3 over Slinger. Just again, back and forth here in the middle of it. We got 2 legs to go. Will it go to a last leg decider? We'll find out in this next one. Shenandoah Slinger has the darts. Game on. Yeah, the hesitation there. Rodge, after hitting the treble 19, was left with 74. Looked like he went for the treble 14, which would have left him 32. Hit the 9. So there's an 80 to start from Shenandoah Slinger. But a great bull to set up tops. Ends up going into his favor. Good cover shot from King Rodge. He scores 97. We're underway. Go to JMU. Rodge will not be the game of the week. Rodge will not be the game of the week. And there is a 180 from Shenandoah Slinger. As he comes back and he gets one of his own. Both players with a maximum this match. Hearing Yoda JMU say, don't make this the match of the week. Shenandoah Slinger going, I will be on the YouTube channel in my own video, trying to ensure it. Huge starts from Shenandoah Slinger after an 80, scores a max, then scores a 91. So he hits a treble 5 there. Treble 19, a single. There's a ton 40 from King Rodge to get it back in this leg, but Shenandoah Slinger requires 150. And it's off, and he doesn't go for bullseye, bullseye, bullseye. One could say they're disappointed. I'm they. There's 54 remaining for Slinger after 12. And a ton from King Rodge to put a little pressure on, but Shenandoah Slinger requires 54. and he cannot find it with the second or the third. Left himself tops. Almost had a 14 darter. Almost had a 15. King Rodge 119. Oh no. Disaster again. Finding the next door wedge. Could not leave bullseye. Will set himself up a Slinger looking for tops. Wow, just inside. Oh no. Rascal says go upstairs. Hits the double six, but he can't clean it up. Rodge at 50. Oh, but he doesn't punish. Goes inside to leave the Rascal. Slinger with a chance at 8, double 4. And he must have found it with the third, because that sounded like a joyous come on. It is game shot in the leg to Shenandoah Slinger, and he brings it to a last leg decider with the pressure on. There's the King Rodge face. King Rodge will have the darts in the final leg. Game on.
Do well, brother.
Shoot it well, baby.
And he'll start us off with a 28. Yoda JMU saying, Rodge, last leg decider every week. Unbelievable. Again, chat losing their minds.
Bullshit. 42.
42 scored. Oh, doesn't smack the dartboard this time, but the carpet around it. Fireman saying, what a start. Yeah, it can only go down from here. There's a 45. It's like the championship last season. You had left-hand Hooligan versus Congraw. One of the best matches we've ever seen. And then you got the Surgeon King Rodge match. It was okay. But, I mean, it was great, but comparatively. There's a 77 from Shenandoah Slinger. There's a ton from King Rodge. Jamie is saying, see how he chokes this one off? And Yoda Jamie, you throwing some shade in the chat towards King Rodge. There's a 60 from Shenandoah Slinger. So averaging 60 over 9. And that could be a ton 40. Can't tell where that third dart lies. No, just a ton. Went right above. It's a good answer from Slinger. We'll find a ton of his own. King Rodge at 228. Looking to put himself on checkout first. And the math does, well, couldn't really do much, I guess. 45 there from King Rodge. Keeps him outside. And Slinger going to be first on a checkout. And a ton 40 from Slinger. Puts him at an 82. Advantage to Shenandoah. King Rodge looking to try to put some pressure. But only scores a 45. Puts him on a finish, but Slinger at 82.
You fucking bitch.
Oh, needed 17 for tops, but hits the 3. Focus there, hits the 14 to leave tops. King Rodge sits at 138. He will not make a giant checkout comeback. But a great third dart to leave him at 56. Shenandoah Slinger, the 3 darts, match darts, tops. And once more, Rascal denies Slinger and King Rodge an opportunity. Tops. Oh, and he goes next door into the double one! Just on the other side! And back to Slinger. Oh no, they're so close. Could be just unbelievable nerves. We don't know. King Rodge at 38 now. And he can't find the double 16. Unbelievable. Both players shaky. Unbelievable. He keeps going outside on the double 10. Goes inside of the 6. King Rodge. And King Rodge saves himself with the second dart. Game shot, the leg, and the match to King Rodge. Oh my God. Edge of the seat action. Slinger had the chance to dethrone King Rodge after he'd already been dethroned, double dethroned, but the last leg decider goes in King Rodge's favor. Whoa, God, edge of my seat. We'll go to the post-game interviews. We'll start it off with Shenandoah Slinger. Shenandoah, coming in this match, you knew your opponent, King Rodge, the former champion, you knew it was going to be tough. Talk to us about your mindset heading into this match.
To stay calm, man. To hit fat numbers. I think I missed one fat number that entire leg, so I was pretty happy with that. Me and Rodge has played a lot together. I've started to go back and forth with him in legs, so I'm starting to hit a lot more solid. I played really well. I'm really happy with how I played. I'm really happy with how I shot. The 10s wasn't nerves. All the 10s I was missing was no nerves whatsoever. I was throwing right at the fucking wire. I clipped the wire on all 6 darts. I mean, you can't miss what I had. 3, 4. I had 12 darts at that double, and missed all 12. No, 13 darts at the double. Missed all 13, man. You can't miss 13 doubles on Rodge. You just can't do it. He's going to make you eat it sooner or later. He gave me 13 chances at that last double to take it 5-4, and I was there. Just didn't put it in a hole.
Yeah, you were there. It was unbelievably close. Like you said, yeah, you played fantastic. Average 63 over the match. It was a constant battle between both of you. When it came down to cricket, so you go down to in cricket, you talked about how you were, you got to stay calm. It definitely showed during the match to then immediately take 3 back. Sort of walk us through when you're at that moment where a close cricket match leads into a 2-leg deficit. What are you thinking during that?
Well, the first cricket, I was disappointed in the first cricket. I feel like he stayed ahead of me, but I feel as far as darts-wise, I shot the better darts consistently as far as 4 marks. I missed a couple. I think I missed like 6 crucial shots in the first leg of cricket. Second leg, I led the entire leg, and he hit that amazing, that great ending with the double bull and 20s. You can't do anything. I threw the first 20. I threw the first 20 for points on purpose. Went back at bull. That put me up 26. I think it was 26 or 27. So that even unless I would have spent all 3 darts at 20. The second point at 20 and even going 1 dart bull didn't make no sense. It was a wasted shot. So I had to shoot at the bull, and then he stepped up and killed it. I mean, kudos. That was a hell of a shot.
Yeah, it really came down to just a couple throws during that last sort of portion where the darts kind of went a little wayward on you. Well, next week, well, I should say, coming this Thursday, actually, I believe you're going up against Author for your floating game week 1. Sort of walk us through your expectations. Now you're hopping off from King Rodge, going to the Author, and then next week you got Left Hand Hooligan. So sort of just talk to us about your mindset of going from King Rodge, Author, Left Hand here. Walk us through it.
Well, I mean, me and Rich went back and forth. I think I owe him one as far as league goes. I don't think I've beat him yet in league. I think we went 5-4 his way. I think is what it was last season, or last 2 seasons, something like that. And as far as left hand goes, I played up to Rodge in the Open Cup. I played up to left hand in the Open Cup. Both sets were 63, I think 63, 64 plus on with both of them. So I shot well last week, and I mean I feel like I should have won more games than what I did with Surge. And of course, we know what happened the first week. So that was a rocking the ocean. I look for a good game with Hooligan. Clearly, I'm throwing up to my competition, and I'm hanging with Rodge, and I'm hanging with Hooligan. So it's just a matter of taking advantage of the chances they give you and not missing fat darts to give yourself more looks at doubles.
Well, we're definitely expecting it from you, Slinger. You showed an outstanding performance tonight. Ended up not just getting that last leg, but regardless, you gave us a show and you earned yourself 4 as well as that bonus point of the ton 80. Good luck to you this Thursday, and good luck to you the rest of the way.
Great match, Rodge, man. I always enjoy it, dude. It's a pleasure. Great cast, deal.
As we go over to King Rodge, obviously, last week you found your first loss ever in the FODL against DeGrubs, coming off of a loss, entering this match up against Shenandoah Slinger, who has been known to play up to his competition, like he says. What were your thoughts going in? Talk to us.
Yeah, like he was saying, practice against him a lot, so I kind of knew what I was coming up against, and he's really bringing it lately, getting his averages up. Not squandering his finishes, the combination 2-dart finishes, he's getting them, and you could really see it tonight, taking 3 legs on the trot right on the 501. So I kind of knew what I was coming into, but yeah, I like the loss last week that took a little to get over, but stung a little bit. But I'm here now. Did the floating game week yesterday against the Jig, and that went okay. So yeah. Get points, I guess.
Yeah, so far it's been an interesting start for you. A 5-4 victory, a 5-4 loss, an 8-1 victory, but then another 5-4. So a lot of close matches it has been for you. What are your thoughts about this competition in A that may not have been there last season, showing up now?
I'm just there to be a YouTube star, really. Just get the game of the week every week and, help you guys out. They've stepped it up. The guys in A, they come to play, and you can write that on a T-shirt, I guess. It's crazy, the competition. I mean, I'm throwing pretty good darts. My average is up in the high 60s. What more do you want for that? And cricket, geez, that was my first sweep, and it took everything in me to get it. So, I mean, the guys in A, they come to play.
If it rhymes, it's correct. A lot of pushing you tonight, and a lot of your darts hitting just right on the other side of the wedge. We don't usually see that from you. A fat wedge hit, as Slinger would say, not really going your way tonight. What was happening?
No fat chicks tonight. I couldn't hit the fat singles to save my life. Trying to set up bull on like 3 different occasions and hitting 9. I was just so shook, I guess you'd call it. But try to get it out of your mind. That one leg where I hit the 180, I wasn't even close to being in that one. That was just, I don't even know what happened there. Pissed me off entirely, and just something I got to sort out. practice didn't really go well today. On the board, I wasn't hitting much. I was averaging around 54. I knew I couldn't take that and hang with anybody in A, so what you saw on the board was actually a step up from practice. So.
I mean, well, hey, what more can you ask for? Last question next week. We have you slated up against the Train, ignoring his match against Red Rascal, I believe it was, which was trash. They both played like trash. He beat left-handed Hooligan in a very close match there, but a great one. So we know Train can play. How are you going to prepare for that one? How do you see it going?
I go 5-4.
Honestly,
no,
reasonable.
I love playing Train. Last season we played 5-4. I mean, it was a great battle. He stepped up his game to play me, and that's what you need to do if you want to try to win. So hopefully he brings what he brought to left-hand Hooligan's game to our game, make it competitive, have fun, and have the most polite points battle in FODL history, I guess.
It's going to be a great Canadian match. We're looking forward to having it on the Game of the Week on YouTube. King Rodge, congratulations.
Back to the spinners, but I got the Paul Lim fire-breathing lion flights.
There you go.
There's no way you can lose with fire-breathing lions.
I mean, that and
No way you can lose with Paul Lim either.
I was about to say, as long as you got Paul Lim. Congratulations, King Rodge, on the 5-4 victory. And again, we're looking forward to seeing you on a Game of the Week next week against Train.
Adios. Good casting, great shooting, Slinger. Nice 180.
Thank you, sir.
There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the FODL, the FODL. And up next, the B Division matchup, Bud the Chud versus the Criminal. To follow up what we just saw, Bud the Chud hailing from Christiansburg, I said it right the first time. Christiansburg, Virginia. Last season finish was 10th in the FODL B, throwing with the 22-gram target. Martel Gen 2's hashtag Charmy, who we will probably not see ever again. His opponent, Criminal, hailing from Alexandria, Virginia. I can hear his darts right now. Last season finished 12th in the FODL A, the former 3-time champion of the FODL, sitting here in B, throwing those 22-gram windmouth foxfires. It's hashtag crime time. It's hashtag crime time because every match is stolen away from him. It's rather consistent. Let's bring up the standings here for the FODL B. And as you can see, Bud the Chud currently sitting in third with 3 game weeks played, 31 points, 7 behind the 2 in the lead of Cali and Deadhead. Meanwhile, Criminal sitting second to last. Very similar to our last match, with 20 points, tying the Lush just 3 above Barboy. So it only has 8 leg wins with the 3 matches played. 4 bonus points though. He's currently the most bonus points in FODL B. So Criminal showing that he does have those moments of very good darts, but not enough or consistency to get those leg wins. So Criminal obviously looking to make a name for himself here in the B Division and get himself back up. Bud the Chud looking to make a name for himself as a tough competitor and B, and possibly, get himself into that first 2 spots of FODL B. However, the promotion will end up, it's currently TBD. So we'll have to see how that goes. So we'll see how it goes statistic-wise between these 2 players. A little bit close, but in cricket, Criminal has the advantage with a 2.40 MPR. Bud the Chud only backed by 0.08 at a 2.32. So cricket, incredibly close. The same miss percentage of 43%. Triple and Bull, though, Criminal with an 18% to Bud's 15. And then 5 sevens all go to Criminal's favor. But they've only won the same amount of legs When it comes to 501, Bud the Chud has the advantage with a 55 average against the Criminals' 50. As well, the first 9 in Bud the Chud's favor of 64. But the average finishing a little bit better on the Criminals' side, which I guess higher numbers, but less legs actually finished. Ton plus, though, 17% for Bud the Chud. Also has the advantage in the ton 40s. And as you can see, his leg wins 72%. So Bud the Chud throwing pretty strong. Cricket could go either way. 501, Bud the Chud has the by the points advantage. We'll have to see how it goes. Both players, former A members, here now battling in the B division. We'll bring it over to the split view. It's already 9:16. Ooh, there we go. All right, it is. Yeah, hold on. It is B division, so it's 8 legs, and there is no corking. But the Chud will have the darts. Players, are you ready to get your Game Week 3 matchup underway?
Yep.
All right, both players are ready. I'm ready. All you at home are ready. We have Bud the Chud on the left, the Criminal on the right. B division, 8 legs. Starting off with Cricket, Bud the Chud has the darts. Game on.
All right, shoot him well, Crim.
Yeah, buddy, you too.
And to start, Bud the Chud blazes it with 4 20s. We are underway. And Criminal gonna start off with a miss, a next door neighbor treble 7. Wow, 4 19s and a single 18. Bud the Chud with a 5 mark. Bud the Chud off to a very hot start.
4.
There's going to be 4 17s though for Criminals, so now finding a mark, getting a treble as well. Just a single 20 though from Bud the Chud. Again, another 4 17s from Criminal, so finding his mark there.
20s and 2.
Oh yeah, did find a treble 20 for Bud the Chud. 2 18s to close the match.
No.
Wow, just could be 2 just above that treble. No, just a single 17.
3 7s and a 6.
Wow, pounding for Bud the Chud. Another treble found. Closes to 17s, finds a 16. Criminal forced to move. Gets 2 15s. And he is just on the run. Bud the Chud leads with a 3.8 MPR.
Jesus, that one.
But there's a miss from Bud the Chud, so if Criminal can take opportunity on the 15s. There's some good darts. 5 15s for the Criminal. Put him in this battle. Takes the point lead.
Just 2.
Well, Bud the Chud narrowly almost got that treble, but only 2 20s. Keeps him behind. But with the amount of wedges he has closed, Crim just has to count. Count on some big throws, and he does! That looks like 4 15s and a close of 20. Huge 7 mark from the Criminal, and suddenly Bud the Chud falling a little bit behind, forced to go to 19s. I mean, he at least has 19s and 18s close, but 2 does not put him back in the lead. Hard to tell where that is, but the third at least found the treble 15. I can see that much for sure. The big throw from the Criminal. He pushes that lead further by 70. And just a single 19 from Bud the Chud, down by 51. And 3 solid darts into 19. Criminal closing the wedge. Bud has 18s. There's a great first.
4.
Will managed to find 4 18s to put him in the lead, but only by 21.
Come on.
And 21 is at least enough to keep him in the lead after only a single 15 is scored from the criminal. But Bud the Chud can't take advantage and punish, only gets 2 15s. Criminal going for the points. Manages to find 2, no troubles. Back and forth now, both players in the upper 2s. Oh, wow, just on the other side, a treble 4 and a miss from Bud the Chud. An opportunity for criminal. Oh, but he can't find the double with the third, only a single 18. Win for that hero last. Going to be 2 18s for Bud the Chud, taking him back into the lead. And just a single 15 there for the criminal. I don't know why I said that. For the criminal. So there's the 18 to take the point lead. The close of 15s from Bud the Chud, but no other 16s found. Already has a mark in it. Criminal. See where he opts to go. He's going for both. And he made the right decision. Does manage to find 3 as he found a single and a bullseye, but no points added. And a miss from Bud the Chud with criminal with the bulls closed. Wow.
Thomas.
He was looking to do it. He was looking to do it, but he could not find the double 18. Could not close it either. Had found a beautiful bullseye with the first. You heard his frustration of to himself. Bud the Chud takes a 1-point lead. And the criminal opting to close the 18s with the final dart. Wow, but the Chud finds a bullseye with the third, closes it. Now it's whoever. It's 2 16s to 4. Criminal needs 4. Oh my God, he found the treble. Needed 1. But shakiness. And Bud the Chud finds the first 2. Game shot and the leg to Bud the Chud. What an ending to that leg. I don't even know what to say. Criminal will have the darts here in the next. Game on. Oh my God, the chat losing their minds. The pressure of the leg. 2 20s to start for the criminal. Bud starts off with 5 19s. Huge start for Bud the Chud. Wow, lots of wows. Are you kidding me from King Rodge? Oh my. Ouch. Only to the Crim, says King Rodge. Tough pill to swallow, says Train. There's 3 20s for the criminal. P. Brown says Bud straight stole that. Though, Bud had the solid lead during the entirety of the match, but I guess, yeah, technically stole it. But he had the advantage. There's 5 20s, though, for the criminal finding that trouble as Bud the Chud was unable to close the wedge. Bud will find a trouble 19 of his own. He'll at least find 4 19s. Aoki saying, how did the Rodge Slinger match end? Last leg decider, double trouble for Slinger, but King Rodge manages to find the double 8 and win 5-4.
Right.
Another 320s for the criminal, keeping it consistent at the top of the board with a 3.3 MPR. Bud the Chud
Jesus.
will only find a single 19. He'll tie that 3.3 MPR. Meantime, during this, we currently have 2 match potential sweeps in hand. Nooch up 5-0 over the author. Darty South up 3-0 over Mac Attack. There was a single 18 for the criminal. It's 3 19s there for Bud the Chud. Put him up by 9.
Come on.
Wow, next door and on the wire. Just 2 20s for the criminal. Wow, big darts for Bud the Chud. A 5 mark, 4 19s, and a single 20. He's taken the point lead back by 45. There's a close of 18s, but no points for the criminal. Third dart goes low. And Bud the Chud saying, I'm going to try to push this lead out a little further, but criminal 18s to mark. Only managed to find 2. Add on 36.
Oh, you idiot.
But the Chud only finds a single 18 and nothing else. Now advantage criminal. Will manage to find all 3 into the wedge. Keeps them there. 3 of them found. Takes only a 7-point lead. 3 19s from Bud the Chud. Mac Attack avoids a sweep. Takes that last 501 leg. Nooch goes up 6-0 over author.
Okay.
And cannot find it with a third just next door. All 3 of those darts resting next to the 18. But the Chud will manage to close it with his first and third. Criminal down by 50. Will close the 17s as he finds a double and a single. Bud the Chud's aiming straight for it. But Bud the Chud's going to close it right back after him. So now Bud the Chud kind of pushing criminal around the board. Good darts there. 4 16s for the criminal. It'll start pointing. Bud the Chud deciding to extend the gap. 3 19s and a single 16s. He will do so. Need a big turn here for the criminal. And only a single 16. Not the big turn he was looking for. Bud the Chud with a strong point advantage. But cannot find the 16s. Only gets a single 19 to extend it a little further. Almost up by 100.
Fuck you.
There's the frustration coming from the criminal. A single 16 scored. And there's the close of 16s for Bud the Chud. Manages 2 solid singles. Once again, criminal forced to move. Does manage to find a treble there. As Chud gonna do the same and close 15s. And now criminal again forced to the bowl.
Very close.
And he says very close. I'll have to believe him. Bud looking for 3. He'll get 2. Solid thrown for Bud the Chud. Criminal at least going to manage to close the bowl, but Bud the Chud only needs 1 to take the leg.
There it is.
And he'll find it with the second. Game shot and the leg to Bud the Chud. Sweeping the cricket portion. Goes up 2-0 over. The criminal will have the darts in hand in the 501 portion. Game on. Also, Nooch wins another leg. I'm pretty sure it was like a 15 darter or less. He was averaging 90 something at the end of that leg. It was a 41 from Bud the Chud. And a 17 for the criminal to start us off. The Joker laughter comes into play. And that is a breakfast. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. That's our first official breakfast of this evening's second match. Sorry, Nooch, and there's a second breakfast to follow. Sorry, Nooch threw 2 ton 80s right now in this leg, and he almost had a chance at a
Come on.
13 darter.
Unfucking
Wow, just next door for the criminal. And we here at the FODL always ask an official breakfast question, as there is a 45 for Bud the Chud.
That's just fucking 60 again.
There's a 60. My breakfast question is, what is your go-to breakfast to relieve yourself of your daily ills, aka frustrations? There's a ton 35 from Bud the Chud. If you're gonna eat a breakfast, what would be your go-to to sort of relax your mind and make you feel better? It's our official breakfast question.
Rat poison.
There it is from the criminal. Let us know in the chat. 62, 64 from Bud the Chud. We'll leave him on a bogey.
Dude, get in the
And
fucking
there's
trouble.
a 40
Holy shit.
from the criminal. One from Bud the Chud. We'll put him at 118. Criminal back at 260.
Yeah. It's going to be one of those nights.
For himself,
Again.
27. Bud the Chud,
Again.
118.
Oh, oops.
41 scored. Yeah, leaves 77. Criminal back at 233. 17 scored. Bud, 77. Well, that third, we'll leave him at top, so we'll have darts to return. Criminal back at 216. We'll score 60. We'll leave him 156. Bud the Chud at tops. And it will find the Rascal. Game shot and the leg to Bud the Chud. Rascal saying yes. Now goes up 3-0 on the skip bounce trot. Criminal will have the darts in hand. Game on. A 41 to start. We have some answers to the breakfast question. Go to breakfast to perk you up, make you feel better. There's 60 from Bud. Train photo says 3 or 4 McDonald's hash browns. As could be a 60. Oh, just a 40 from Criminal. King Rodge says scrambled eggs. Another solid 60 there for Bud the Chud. So off we go. As you heard, but Criminal currently cannot find these troubles. There's only 43 again next door.
Oh boy.
In our second leg of 501, currently having a time of it.
Ridiculous.
55 from Bud the Chud. Meanwhile, Bud the Chud throwing very well.
For fuck's sake, man. I mean, just
45.
get
Some
there
unfortunate
once.
deflections
Fucking
for
once.
the Criminal. Mario 27 says bacon or sausage, egg and cheese sandwich on a bagel. 43 for Bud the Chud. BEC any day says beef easy, but I don't know what that means. Bacon, egg, cheese, I assume.
That's not in the treble, just saying no. Obviously.
I knew. 24 there for the criminal. And a 47 for Bud the Chud, so slowly working their way down.
Fuck off.
39. Just above the... Oh. 22. Oh. I thought he had 2 at least in the 20. So it was 22 scored for Bud the Chud. 28 from the criminal. Did he salvage it with that third? No.
Hey!
And a treble found by the criminal, ladies and gentlemen. 69. Nice. Oh, it was 66. He corrected. I couldn't tell where all the darts laid, so. 58 score for Bud the Chud. We'll leave him 126. Make sure everyone rescind their nices. Bud the Chud requires 126.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking some nice bitch shit.
But the Chud requires 35.
Oh, Jesus, mother.
Definitely said 35. I meant 95. That was weird. I don't know why I said it like that. 38 scored.
Hey, we did it, boys.
Here he goes. Finds the treble at least with the third dart. Set him up at 24. By the Chud, 57. Oh, hits the 1. Will set himself up, but criminal requires 24. We'll go inside with both the double 12 and double 6. Bud the Chud looking for 32. Double 16. Just inside.
Oh.
Wow, on the wire, then Robin Hood's goes back to the criminal, who will bust into the 19. So we'll go back to Bud the Chud, who will have a chance at double 8. Oh, it is in there. Game shot in the leg to Bud the Chud. I couldn't tell if it was inside or not, but he takes out the first dart to show us all. Goes up 4-0. Bud the Chud will have the darts in hand again. Game on. Dave Little Toaster goes, whoa, Robin Hood, post that to Reddit. 60 for Bud the Chud. I guess that's a common thing on our darts, maybe. Just constant posting of Robin Hoods. 45 scored. Nooch sweeps the author, by the way. Ladies and gentlemen, 9-0. So Nooch getting a lot of points. There's a ton there from Bud the Chud, and author getting nothing.
It's the best I can do.
So setting some bonus. There's a 60 there from the criminal. Hey, 85, I believe, finds a trouble with that third dart by the Chud. There we go.
Get in there, dude.
Could be an 81. Some slinger slaps. That's where he got him from. Wow, just around it for Bud the Chud. Could not get them in there. Scores a 60. It's a good cover shot with the last. 78 scored. Bud the Chud at 196. I couldn't tell where that first dart landed. It wasn't the treble. 85 scored for Bud the Chud. Leaves him 111. Another great cover shot for the Criminal. I believe it was 97 score. Leaves him 140. Bud the Chud at 111. Oh, a chance at the 111, and he goes inside. Bud the Chud left with the Rascal Criminal ton 40. It's off. Does manage to score a ton to leave him tops. Bud the Chud, though, sits on the Rascal. Cannot find the doubles. Criminal with a chance, looking for tops.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Just next door on the double 5. Far away on the double 15. Back to Bud the Chud. He'll go inside on the first. And cannot find the double 2. Just outside. Back to the Criminal at 30. Oh, is it in? Is it just... It is with the third. Game shot in the leg to the Criminal. Manages to clean it up. I want to say that aim dart at the double 15 hits the 10, and the Rascal says yes to the Criminal. He's on the board. And a good leg at that. This Criminal will have the darts here in the next. Game on. Slappy Pappy says, Crimmy, Crimmy, Bobimmy. Bam. Lamb.
God, dude, why on the third? Every fucking...
Fam. 41 score to start us off from the Criminal. As we see there, the match between Darty South and Mac Attack ends 4-2 in Darty South's favor. Some rough darts. Next door treble and a dart goes high. A little scooter action. And Fireman giving an answer to the breakfast question. Now I look back at the chat. It was the breakfast your go-to to make you feel better. He goes, all right, hear me out. It's called the Griff. There's oh yeah, he pushes him up to show it's not in the trouble. It's from a diner next to his apartment. It's a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit with a peanut butter chocolate shake. I guess it's a combo. At first I was like, wait, did you put it in the shake? Could be an 85 score for the Criminal. Only a 45 from Bud the Chud. That does sound good, though. It's the biscuit aspect. I don't know about a shake in the morning. There's 60 for the Criminal. And really exaggerating to show that it's not in the treble. I guess a shake in the morning would be really good. Criminal at 220. Oh, could not find the bull there with the last. Scores 44. He's outside of range. Could be a ton from Bud the Chud. It is to put him at 137. Criminal at 176. Need some darts to put the pressure.
Fuck you motherfucker.
Well, he will put himself on a finish. Bud the Chud, it is off.
Well, how's that?
There's some darts. Criminal requires 153.
What is that?
Nice attempt.
And it's off. Score 56, leave 97. Bud the Chud at 114. Oh, dart. I don't even know what happened there. Barely touched the flight, fell down.
Almost another Robin Hood there.
God damn it. God damn it.
Looking for the treble to leave double 18. Cannot find it. Goes inside. The Chud 76. Oh, is that just outside? It is just on the wire. Criminal 56 two tops. Hits the one, goes low. May have found a 3 there with the last. Good markers, no. Finds the 1, leaves 39. Criminal looking for 36. Cannot find it. Stays outside. Little ways away. Bud the Chud at 39. Wrong doubles he's aiming for. Need double 16. Almost hit double 7 twice. Criminal goes inside with the 3rd dart.
Nice and close.
Inside. Again. Cannot find the double 4 either. Left with 8. Back to Criminal 18. Goes inside with the 3rd again. This time left with an odd. Back to Bud. Inside. What is that dart? Oh, just outside. Back to Crim.
Now you fucking...
And hits the double 20. A little bit late. A little bit of a bust there. But the Chud at 4. Inside. That might just be on top. It is. No Madhouse found yet.
No.
Nope. Not found. Couldn't tell exactly where it was. Back to Bud. And it looks like he does manage to find it with the second game shot and the leg to Bud the Chud. Will go up 5-1. That leg was getting very disastrous. It was already a little rough around the edges. Bud the Chud will have the darts in the next. Game on. This is B Division. It's 8 legs. Which means Bud the Chud does take the match, but we got 2 legs to go. A 60 to start for the Criminal. Your dad's GF comes in. Go to the store for wine. You don't want anything? $85 there from Bud the Chud. There looks like a good dart. Could be a ton scored for the Criminal. It is. Good darts there. Finding a trouble this time. Bud the Chud going to answer back with a ton of his own, following up that 85. $41 for the Criminal at 300. All right, 27 asking your dad's GF, what kind of wine? DJ goes, your dad's wine, of course. 70. Scored Bud the Chud, finding some troubles here with some relative consistency, averaging 74 over 12.
You're just so fucking dog shit.
Meantime, the Criminal hits a 30, drops down to 58 over 12.
Fuck you.
There's some rough darts for Bud. Scooter from the Criminal. What he scored? That was a dilly on my apologies.
I don't fucking blame you.
Oh, see ya, flight. 25. Yeah, that was a 10, but the Chud requires 155.
Sorry. Okay.
And it's off. I wasn't even worried. I wasn't even worried about it. There's a 43 for Bud the Chud. Wow, unreal deflection. Unreal. 7 scored. Bud the Chud 112. Bud the Chud will leave himself 60 after scoring 52. Criminal back at 183.
Nice.
Will score himself 26. Leave 157 by the Chud. Hey, he's got a bust with the first start. Find that trouble a little late. It's off for the Criminal. 45 scored. And 2 darts at tops. Misses high with both. Back to Crim. 112.
Yeah, just literally put it in your mouth.
With 71. But the Chud still look for tops. In the 5. Does manage to clean it up with a double 16 with a third. Game shot in the leg to Bud the Chud. His opponent barreling down on him. Criminal will have the darts. Game on. There's a good third dart. Does start us off with a ton. Oh, had a sweat. But a ton 21 scored for Bud the Chud. After those first two, the quickness at which they were put in there, I could have sworn he would have had it. But he slowed down just a little bit on that third. Oh, just 45 to follow up that 121. There's a good ton there for the Criminal. It's a ton, 60 ton. And a 24 for Bud the Chud. Another trouble. 85 scored for the Criminal. 156 remaining after 12. Bud the Chud looking to put a fight. Does score a ton to put him at 211, but Criminal has a chance. 156.
Suck it.
And it's off.
Suck it.
30 scored for the Criminal. That first start and second going high. And 42 scored for Bud the Chud. We'll leave him on a bogey.
Oh my god.
Ooh, unfortunate
One in the
throws
history.
there. 41 scored. Back to Bud the Chud on that bogey left himself.
What the fuck?
Whoa, 6.
Nice start.
He's left 56. I think there was a single 10 with the last. It was.
I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
And Bud the Chud almost seemingly giving up. Criminal 56.
Suck my fucking dick, dude.
And again, hits the double 5 Next door. Cannot find the double 15. Goes inside. Bud the Chud. 134. Looks like he scored 58. Back to Crim 15.
Suck it, fucking motherfucker.
Wow. Just disastrous. 8 scored after finding 2 double darts. Oh, Bud the Chud almost immediately stole, but will be left with tops. Criminal 7. He hits the 17. But the Chud will go inside back to Criminal.
Nice start.
Goes way low on the attempted double 2.
That's close. That's real nice.
Hello.
But the Chud unable to capitalize on Criminal's misfortune. But Criminal will manage to at least find the double 2 with the first game shot and the leg to the Criminal, who manage 2 legs in this matchup against Bud the Chud. As we go to the post-game interview, Criminal, obviously these interviews are always the hardest. Kind of just talk to us about your feelings coming into this match, how you felt with the darts and what ended up happening.
I felt okay, and then I sucked fat cock again.
Well then. What could be the explanation for this sucking?
I mean, for the first 6 legs of the match, I fucking kissed the wire every visit and never score. When things aren't going well, there's little that's more frustrating than when you feel like you're throwing 2 very good and 1 decent dart most turns, or 2 good and 1 bad dart most turns, and none of your very good darts ever score points. I mean, it's at this point, it's been 4 weeks of the season with the same exact story. I literally cannot score at all. I hit the top wire of the treble 20 and the bottom wire of the treble 20 more often than anybody in the league. It's just ridiculous. I cannot score. I absolutely cannot score. Scoring is just fucking dog shit pitiful. Doubling the same. I mean, I'm fortunate that Bud had an off night. I didn't deserve a fucking leg of that match because I played at a FODL D level of darts for the entire night.
Well, I don't want to keep you. I know the frustrations could be brewing. You may not want to talk too much. You have Pepe Lay on Sunday. With this, the darts, how they're going so far for you. As you say, you're throwing good darts. You've just been consistently unrewarded. What can you do?
I mean, nothing. I mean, what am I going to do? I keep throwing a dart that feels great. It comes out clean, and it just fucking sits on top of the triple 20, or sits just in the fucking double 5, or sits just in the treble 1, or fucking right in the corner of the 1 and 5. I mean, 45 and dog shit mixed in isn't going to fucking cut it. So, I mean, I averaged over 45 in 1 leg of that match, and in the 30s for 3 of them. So, I mean, who fucking cares who I'm playing? I'd be playing the law. I'd be sweating fucking getting a goddamn win. I can't beat anybody at darts. I find a way to lose legs. I mean, I literally, I don't even know how I tried to throw those last 2 darts at the 16 in that first leg of cricket. I had such a fat one in my mouth, I couldn't even see the board. Just completely choked on that one. The second leg of cricket, Bud threw a great leg. I threw a decent leg again. That's just going to be how it goes. Everyone just fucking throws a 2-7 in cricket against me. And then, get to 501. Okay, feel like we're throwing good darts. Played a solid cricket session once again. And then it just keeps happening. Just so frustrating to continually just miss on the wire every time and just never hit the treble. I mean, never. It took me, again, 4 legs to hit 1 treble. That's, that puts me at the bottom of the fucking standings where I absolutely belong. I mean, not to take anything away from Bud. I mean, he certainly like didn't double well at all. He gave me way more chances than I deserved again, but he's been playing good too, so I'm sure he's not super thrilled with his performance. But I mean, again, he deserved all 8 of those. The fact that I'm going to walk away 6-2 with some semblance of pride is, I wish he would have just finished me off, honestly.
Well, people in the chat, they're wishing the best for you. They're hoping that you come back. Keep at it, Crim, says Cali Kid. And I'm sure you're looking at the chat right now on the stuff. Criminal, it's a tough one. It's tough to see, but we hope that going forward it doesn't keep going this way for you.
I mean, at this point, maybe if I get to FODL C, I can win a fucking match. I just, I'm the opposite of Tom Brady. I just do not know how to win. And it's pretty evident because I think I've lost, I think in my last 50 matches, I'm 4-46. So, yeah, it's fun.
Well, we hope to see you win some legs in C there, buddy. Criminal, good talking with you, man.
Yeah, man. Good match, bud. Nice win, buddy. Sorry I couldn't give you a good fight or a good attitude.
No, it's all right. That was not the best, but it's all right.
Well, we go over to Bud the Chud. Just talk to us. You started out incredibly hot on the cricket. Trebles on trebles. You ended up only taking those legs at a 2.7, I think a 2.3, something on that second one. But for the most part, consistently through those 2 legs, you're up in those upper twos. Talk to us about it.
Yeah, that's probably some of the better cricket I've played. That first leg I was sweating hard. That's probably the most nervous I've ever been playing cricket. Like just going back and forth, the points and the bull, and so I was lucky to pull that first one away with Thomas only needing that 116. So I really lucked out on that. Settled down a little bit, but man, yeah, cricket was probably the best I've played cricket in a long time. The 501 portion though, that was a torture. That was a slog. I kind of feel badly. Everybody had to watch that. Everybody who plays against Thomas usually shoots their best against him, and I know that's super frustrating. So I said, well, why don't I play worse and see if I can give him some.
He'd still beat me 6-2.
I still couldn't do it. But so, it's the points are great. I'm glad to get the 6 legs for sure. But I really gotta not play like that if I want to win more matches, because you can't just sit at this level throwing 40s.
Well, you say throwing. I mean, I gotta say, during the scoring portion, you were doing rather well. I was seeing plenty of troubles being hit from you. It came down to the doubles. Usually this is where people shine against the criminal, but tonight, a lot of just narrowly missed darts. I don't think a single one of them was wayward. Far away. Talk to us about the doubling tonight.
Oh yeah, doubles were terrible, and that's really where I was giving up. I mean, I was going to give up legs. That's where I really struggled tonight. I'm not sure where it was at the end. I'm sure I was in like the single digit. Pretty terrible for me. That's just an off night. It's an off night. It was a bad match for me, but the walking away with points is great.
I mean, that's all you can ask for. A big 6-2 win next week. You have yourself against the Lush. Sort of talk to us about preparation for that match. We can see Lush. He'll come out and do some dominating performances, and other times, not quite.
Yeah, you said it. I mean, like, you just don't really know what you're going to get with the Lush. I mean, you could get he'll be on fire and he'll smoke you, or all of a sudden he'll play like I did tonight. So, you just don't know. So what I got to do is focus on my game and make sure that I can, keep up with my scoring when it comes to the doubles. Like, that's where I've really, really struggled tonight. So, I'll do what I can. I'll work hard at it and whatever. I'll just practice like I normally do. And, this match was just kind of a bummer in the terms of, like, we're both not playing very well. And I just want to say, like, it sucks to see, like, Criminal get so hard on himself, because, like, we know what he could be and what he can do, and I think he's just kind of in this weird slump, and he'll get back at it. I'm excited. I mean, I think the second half of the season he'll start pounding, and it'll be back to local. And we see those flashes of brilliance in practice, and it'll happen. So
we hope so too. Well, Bud the Chud, don't let it take away from your own victory. 6-2 over the criminal. Some massive points earned your way, and best of luck to you the rest of the season. Things are sitting well for you.
Yeah, it's going well. Thanks for casting tonight, Dilly. Appreciate it. And Crim, we'll do it again sometime. Maybe we'll play a little better.
Yeah, good luck in the playoffs, dude.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the FODL, the FODL First Online Darts League here on Darts Night on Twitch, weeknights, Monday through Thursday, starting around 8 p.m. Eastern Time. It is time for the third and final match of this evening's ABBA Tripleheader. We finish things up with an A Division matchup of Red Rascal versus Left Hand Hooligan. Red Rascal, hailing from Richmond, Virginia last season, finished second in the FODL B, got that promotion. Auto bid to FODL A, done with the 21-gram Harrow's Orbit. Hashtag Rascal says yes. We saw him say yes a couple times to some opponents earlier. His opponent, Left-Hand Hooligan, hailing from Frederick, Maryland, the first of FODL B. So both these players, B Division last season, earned their buys, their auto pros into the A Division, now battling it out. 22-gram Designer Elite 95s is what Left Hand throws. And of course, hashtag left is right. Because he's left-handed, and it's the right thing to throw. Let's bring it to standing. As we have it, Left Hand Hooligan with 3 matches played sits in second with 40 points, 8 behind King Rodge after King Rodge's victory over Slinger in the beginning of the night. Meanwhile, Red Rascal, with only 2 matches played, he hasn't even had his third yet, sits with 20 points. They're in 4th to last. I guess I could technically do the math. I guess it's 8th. I don't know. 9th? 1, 2, 3. 9th. I'm stupid. So Rascal, clearly, the people above him already have a match played, not too far ahead. But at the same time, he's going up against Left Hand Hooligan, who can be quite the tough one to crack. Train has beaten him, but myself almost got swept. I only got 2 legs, so we'll have to see how Red Rascal fares in this matchup. Hashtag Team Big Body, as they would probably say. They're part of that club. I guess I'm not allowed to say that since I'm not a part of the club. So
you can say it.
Oh, I could say it. Hashtag Team Big Body. As we look at the stats of cricket, Left Hand Hooligan second overall with a flat 3 MPR. Was opponent Red Rascal 2.59. So in 5th overall. So some strong crickets for both of these players, but incredibly strong from Left Hand Hooligan. Miss percentages 28 to 38%. Triple and Bull 22%. Very strong. 14% 5 marks. Gotten those 7 marks as well. No 9 marks. But look at that. 100% leg wins currently for the Left Hand Hooligan. That's very good for him. In 501, gap is a little bit wider. It's Left Hand Hooligan 3rd overall in the league, a 59.15 3-dart average. Red Rascal 14th overall with a 50.78. So almost a 10-point gap between the two. First 9, Left Hand Hooligan strong in the 68. Average finishing better as well. Ton plus, ton 40 plus, ton 80, all in favor of Left Hand Hooligan. Left Hand Hooligan has come into the A Division strong. Red Rascal, a little bit rougher time, but we'll have to see how these two former B Division players go head to head. We saw a bit of Red Rascal's face there as I brought it into the split view. So we have it here. Okay, gentlemen, are you ready to get your Game Week 3 matchup underway?
Let's go.
Rascal's ready.
Rascal's ready. Left Hand Hooligan is ready. He also won the cork as we do that in the A Division. So we have Red Rascal on the left, Left Hand Hooligan on the right. I know that's confusing. It's A Division, 9 legs, starting off with cricket. Left Hand Hooligan on the right has the darts. Game on.
Shoot well, Phil.
go underway. It's very quiet. So, okay, we're underway. Left-hand Hooligan misses 2 into the 20s, but does get a treble 19. I feel like our sound from Hooligan's side is a little low, but he's on normal. It's just him. Just a single 20 from Red Rascal to get things started. So both players already struggling on that 20 wedge. This time, left-hand Hooligan's going to find 3 solid darts and close up that 20. And already have Rascal thrown for 18s. In which he will only find a single as well there. So a little bit of a slow start here for Red Rascal. Hooligan finding a good treble at the second. And finds a treble 17 with the third a 7 mark for left-hand Hooligan. Closing both the 18s and the 17s, getting some points on the board in very left-hand Hooligan style. There's 3 16s for Red Rascal to close a wedge. But left-hand looking to close it. Finds next door. He's unable to do anything with it. Opts to get a single into the bowl.
Come on.
Rascal doing Rascal things. Finds a treble 16 to take the point lead. Attempts to close the 20. Only gets a single. Hooligan says, I'm not going to have that. Oh my God. Oh, he doesn't. He had a chance for the 9 mark. Treble 16, treble 15, and just below the treble 20. But a huge, huge turn from Hooligan to push Rascal. Again, Rascal only 1 bull. Hooligan needs some more points than 2 bulls. Just a single mark. I think that's just a single 19 as his NPR plummets to a 3.7. Rascal attempting to get those bulls, but only finds a single. Back to Hooligan. Needs 2. Looks like he does manage to find the 2 first and third darts. There's the confirmation. Game, shot, and the leg to left-hand Hooligan. Steady, modest 3.4 NPR to start things off for the man on the right, who's left-handed. As a pretty strong start, his opponent, Red Rascal, had the darts here in the second leg. Game on. And he'll find a treble 20, but some unfortunate darts into the 5 and the 1. Don't really capitalize on that. There's some good treble there. Action 5 19s for left-hand Hooligan. Once again, a solid start for him, but Rascal undeterred. Wow, that would have been beautiful, but a treble 20 and just a single 19, finding a next door treble 7. Off to a much better start for Red Rascal. Only 3 19s for Hooligan, so puts on 57. Does take the point lead, but only by 35.
Jesus Christ.
Unbelievable. Oh no, he couldn't even fake champagne it. Treble 1, treble 5, treble 5. Hooligan looks like he may have found a treble 20 with the first. And he also definitely finds a treble 17. So it appears to be a potential 7 mark. It is from left-hand Hooligan. Closes 20s and 17s. There's a good throw for Rascal, finding a treble 18. 4 of them. Left-hand Hooligan with 5.0 NPR right now. Hits the treble 18 to close. And a single 16. So 3 marks for left-hand Hooligan. Drops down to a 4.5. Slappy Pappy saying brutal. Wow. Yeah, that was some unbelievable throwing from left-hand Rascal, doing what he can to keep up. The darts finally come in, but just a single 16. Found below the treble. In the meantime, Hooligan closes first. Oh, he goes for the 9 mark again. Treble 16, treble 15. This time has to use the 19, but goes below the same, pretty much the same route as last leg. Slappy Pappy says, Jesus Christ, this guy. That could be 4 bulls, though, for Red Rascal.
Just 3.
Oh, just 3. He's at least closing it to push, but Hooligan only needs 3 to take the leg. And he does it with the final 2 darts game. Shot in the leg to left-hand. Hooligan gets a bullseye and a single. And then is what a 4.7 NPR. What? I mean, there's nothing you could do against that. It's just unbelievable. That might be a new NPR record. I can barely hear the man talk. He's muffled AF. Jesus Christ. That's a leg of the week on the podcast going against the podcast, man. Left-hand Hooligan will have the darts here in 501. Game on. Chatter 09 says, who let this guy into the league? Remember when he was in B? Oh, man. A good cover shot, 97 to start for left-hand Hooligan. Yoda JMU saying the record is actually 4.8. Is that record from Nooch or Grubbs? Surgeon threw it. Oh, okay. I forgot Surgeon used to be good at darts. Rascal throws a 45. A ton thrown from left-hand Hooligan. I might be glad I got Hooligan out of the way already. There's a 41 for Rascal. Pearson says GLHF Rascal. That's a ton 40 from left-hand Hooligan. Setting him up on a finish after 9 at 164. As left-hand Hooligan's camera has frozen. Oh, there it goes. It's come back. There's a nice ton there from Rascal. Hooligan, 164. And it's off. Just want everyone to know it's off. There's few people I think that could take it, and he might be one of them. There's a 94 to leave 70. Just it's brutal right now. There's a 7 for Rascal, 70 required for Hooligan. Wow, he had a chance to pop it. Hits the treble 10, but goes just above and can't use it as a marker. Oh, darn, that is 60 on the floor.
No, it's not on the floor. It went to the fucking 5.
Oh, I thought, it's a flight that came off.
Yeah, flight came off.
Well, Hooligan doesn't find the... Oh, that's not in the double 5. I started to almost call it. Maybe it distracted him. What's happening? Suddenly things are taking a turn. 83 scored for Rascal. Hooligan 10. And he's going to find it with the first game shot and the leg to left-hand Hooligan. Ended up being a 19 darter. But it came very close to being much shorter than that. Rascal was suddenly taking a turn to bring it back. Hooligan does manage to find the double 5. Rascal will have the darts in hand. Game on. God, that was hard to keep up with. By the way, the speed of these players, you gotta love it. Here's the 45 for Rascal. And 41 from Hooligan, Lucierc. as I call them earlier, said sexy darts. Ooh. Dave Little Toaster says Lefty is buzzing. There's an 81 or an 85. That makes more sense. From Rascal. Said 81 that I looked at his darts. I'm like, wait a minute. Hold on, wait a minute. There is a 96 from Left Hand Hooligan. Mario 27 says, want to keep watching but have stupid work. Well, this match is sure to end within 10 minutes. I think you'll be fine. There's 66 from Rascal. At the rate at the pace these players are going. That could be a ton 40. Could be a ton. Hard to tell. It is a ton 40 from Left Hand Hooligan. Continues to throw some punishing darts. That's, just a 34, just above the treble for Rascal. Oh, he had a sweat, but I think that deflects into the treble 5. It is a ton 35 from Left Hand Hooligan, puts him on an 89 finish. 60 sword from Rascal keeps him out. Left hand, 89. He attempted bullseye to leave 32, but hits just the 25. Will leave himself tops. While Rascal sits at 211.
Cool.
And what appears to be only a 29 scored for Rascal. Hooligan looking for tops. And he'll find it with the first game. Shot in the leg to the left hand. Hooligan tops he wants. Tops he gets. And a 16 darter from left hand Hooligan. And he's up already 4-0. He'll have the darts in hand. Game on. Big G Gamer comes in. This left hand Hooligan is firing. Yes, he is. Pretty damn good, he says. There's a 70 to start for left hand Hooligan. Pierce is saying, oh, just 80. Pierce is saying he throws a 14 dart about once a match. It seems, yeah, it's getting pretty close. Oh, great cover shot there. Ton 37 from left hand Hooligan. Continues to punish the trebles.
Jesus.
Maybe one of his best matches to date. Yeah, well, it is. With this, he could have beaten Congraw. Where's Congraw? 43 from left-hand Hooligan. And Slappy saying, Jesus, I can't breathe. I'm hyperventilating. That could be a treble 19 with the last. It is 96 scored for left-hand Hooligan. Shows it off. 155 remaining.
Christ.
Rascal doing what he can, but some darts going unrewarded. 76. Hooligan requires 155. It's off. Slinger saying, I think left-hand Hooligan is making a statement directed towards King Rodge. Looks like 90 scored to leave 65 from Hooligan. Finds the bullseye with a third. And 54 scored. Hooligan 65. Wow, it was a great marker, but can't use it. Deflects up, hit a bull to leave it. Cannot find the double 20. No 18 darter. It's only a 13 scored from Rascal. Tops for Hooligan. And Rascal says no. He says, I deny you, sir. In all caps, he says, "Sir, no."
Jesus
Wow,
Christ, stop
again,
doing that.
treble 595 scored for Rascal, while Hooligan sits at 10. And he does find it with the second game shot and the leg to left hand. Hooligan finding the double 5 while his opponent was sitting on 91. Goes up 5-0, takes the match, but we got 4 legs to go. We play them all here during the regular season. Rascal has the darts. Game on. Dave Little Toaster says, "Come on, Rascal." Train Photo says, "Canada sends you love." From the left side, there's a 60 to start for Rascal. And a ton start for Hooligan. Pearson wants his 23 darter. Going to hurt the old average there, Hooli. 41 from Rascal. Again, Hooligan is just playing phenomenal right now. It'd be tough for literally anyone. Again, this is darts that could beat Congraw. 58 scored from Hooligan, as you all, I'm sure, saw that Open Cup match. That looks like a ton 35, though, from Rascal. Finally getting rewarded on some trebles more consistently. He's been finding them, just not enough treble 20s. Finding some next doors. Looks like 54 scored for left-hand Hooligan. Already 27's out. See you. As could be a 98. No, just a 58 from Red Rascal. Just above the treble. And 95, ton 35? It is a 95 from Hooligan. Keeps him outside of range. Rascal going to be first. Oh, had a chance to leave him to score 177. But scores ton 37 to leave 70. He'll have darts at it when he returns. Hooligan at 194. Rascal has to play his best right now. Rascal at 70. Well, he'll be left with tops, but Hooligan sits at 151. It is off, so Rascal will have a chance to return. Wow, great last potential dart. No, just 57 Rascal tops. And he finds it with the first game shot in the leg to Red Rascal. I think the man's 1 for 1 right now. 100% on doubles. He takes a leg, played fantastic darts to do it. Left-hand Hooligan will have the darts. Game on. Chat loved it. Nice leg Rascal from Pierce. Says Slappy Pappy goes Rascal, all caps. Dave Little Toaster says yes. Goal. No shutout, says Fireman. Yeah, Rascal had to play one of his best legs just to take it. And a 28 to start from Hooligan, and someone shook. Perhaps momentarily, there's a 40 from Red Rascal. Shadow 9, Hooligan shook. Get him, Rascal. Still 3 legs to go. Every leg is crucial. There's a 41 from left-hand Hooligan. Again, another next door, 95 scored. Finding him a little bit more consistently is the Red Rascal. He's red, he's rascally. There's 59 from Hooligan. I wasn't going anywhere with that. It might be just 59 from Red Rascal. Again, just above the treble there. some uncharacteristic darts right now for Hooligan. 43 over 12. In the meantime, 62 scored for Rascal. Did find a trouble, but he's throwing 64 over 12, so this leg heavily in Rascal's favor. Until the broadcast booth jinxed, as it always happens, left-hand Hooligan throws a ton, 40. We always do that here. Should probably stop. There's a 36 from Rascal. Hooligan now with suddenly takes a turn, an opportunity to put himself on a finish first. Barely. Can't tell where that third dart landed. Does manage to keep it in the 20. 43 scored. Barely is right. 34, I believe, for Rascal. Keeps him outside. Hooligan, 146. And it's off. Oh, hits a treble 5. 55 scored. Lucky. There's a great treble with the third to save that throw for Rascal. 109 remains. Hooligan, though, sits at 91. Oh, had a dart at top, but goes just above. Great treble, 16. Rascal, 109.
Wow, that's bad.
Wow, he had a dart at the bullseye, but goes wayward left into the 11.
Where's that?
And Hooligan, who needs tops, waiting for the dart to appear. There it is. Game shot in the leg to left-hand Hooligan. With Rascal had that opportunity. Stray on the bullseye. Hooligan cleans it up with the pressure on him. Back to Rascal to start. Game on. Immediate Chatter 09 says, fake dart, fraud, stop the count. We didn't see it in motion. There's a 60 from Rascal. And a 50 from Hooligan, finding treble 5s. '81 from Rascal. So Rascal battling. Putting his darts on the line. Darting for pinks. Not actually. That was a good cover shot there from left-hand Hooligan. 92 scored. Look at that. Rascal averaging 62 over these 501 legs. Hooligan 72. Any other night, Rascal would be devastating. Or at least having a lot closer legs. There's an 81 from left-hand Hooligan. And there's a 50 from Rascal. Dave Little Toaster asking if this is the best average record or what is it? Ask the statisticians, aka the math guy, aka the criminal. He'll probably know. I don't keep up with that. There's a 41 from Rascal. But it's either in the 60s, high 60s, or the low 70s. I can't imagine higher than that. 43 from Hooligan, so still outside. Unfortunate dart there into the 139 scored. Keeps Rascal outside, so Hooligan suddenly with a chance to put him on a finish first. And 48 scored will do it. Some unfortunate darts to the left of the 19 to leave 145. Speaking of unfortunate darts, just 40 scored for Rascal to leave 150. Hooligan 145. Hit the treble 13 with that last one to leave tops. Great third. Treble 20, treble 2, treble 13. Great math. Rascal 150. It's off. Just 28 scored. Hooligan looking for tops. Cannot find the double. All above. Back to Rascal 122.
No!
Oh, wow. He had a dart at the double 7. Those first two were pure. Into the treble 18, but just outside. Would have been a massive steal. Oh, no. And then immediately left-hand Hooligan gets it with the first game shot in the leg. To left-hand Hooligan, the 122, almost for Rascal. Chat loses it. Devastating. To take us into our last leg, left-hand Hooligan will have the darts. Game on. Wow, everyone's just like, amazing effort. Rip Savage. Just wows. F's in the chat. 96 scored from Hooligan to start. Currently averaging 69 over the match. Nice. Yeah, Slinger says amazing look there. 60 from Rask. Yeah, let's get some F's in the chat, boys. And possibly girls watching. Another 96 from Hooligan. Has been doing great on those second and third throws. Wow, just a 22, a little double deuce action for Rascal. We bring here in the final leg. You know, he'll do 3 96s in a row. That's an easy average to calculate. It's 96. There's an 85 from Rascal, and they're finally finding a treble, but Hooligan pushing forward. Oh, I wanted another 96, but just a 58 score. Still strong, leaves 155. That could be a ton 40 or a ton. It is just a ton for Red Rascal. Hooligan requires 155. It's off. And only 41 scored. Lead 114. Rascal back at 234. Yeah, it's just it's just brutal. 24 scored. Hooligan at 114.
Nope.
Wow, it's in the treble 4. Can't believe that's in the treble 4. He would have had a dart at tops, but no. 46 scored. Back at him from Rascal. 164 remains. Hooligan 68. Goes inside. Stays. Rascal at 164. Can he do it? And it's up. That would have been massive. That could be a 94. It is huge. Put the pressure on Hooligan, who requires the Rascal.
Second
Unbelievable. And just to kick him when he's down, Rascal says yes. Game, shot, and the leg to left-hand Hooligan to finish things up 8-1 over Red Rascal. An absolutely incredible performance as we go to the post-game interviews. Rascal, we start things off with you. As things started, the first leg of cricket was a little rough around the edges to begin with, but you start to turn things around in the second leg. Talk to us about coming into this match and sort of your mindset working through those first couple legs.
I mean, I really thought that coming in, I was going to be the underdog and really have a chance to try to get some upsets and steal some legs, but apparently I did something to piss Dilly off, and so he was just rooting against me from the start and was just pointing out how bad the stats were in my favor and just acting like everything I did was terrible, because it was. But no, it was just a fucking shit show from the start, and I mean, it must have been too much watching Crim play because it just rubbed off on me, and I just got grouchy. And, there's really not much you're going to do against a 3-5 and a 4-7 unless you have the cricket game of your life. But the frustration for me definitely was with the next door trebles. If a treble 15 was a treble 20, I'd be, averaging the game of my life. I put so many in the treble 20, the treble 5 that it was unbelievable. So just really a disappointing night. I took one leg, which at least I didn't get whitewashed. But, if you don't bring your A game, you can't be throwing 22s and 7s against left hand and expect to win more than one leg. And that's pretty much all there is to it.
Yeah, you could say it was a little hit or miss there in the 501, but it was still rather strong. Like they're pointing out, you averaged 60 overall. While you were finding some next door trebles, you were still finding treble 20s and some treble 19s and whatnot. So the score was there.
2 in the 1. I hit a treble 20 and then put 2 in the 1. So I mean, it's just didn't have my command of the darts like I would have liked to have tonight. But hats off to left hand. Even if I had, I probably win 2 more legs at most. So, I probably could have had a chance at that big out if I took a little more time on the double 7. And there were a couple other legs that I had shots at doubles that I choked on. So, maybe I win 2 more, maybe 3 more, but I'm not winning the series the way I threw tonight.
Well, talk about quickly that 122. I mean, those first 2 darts, pure into the treble. How were you feeling those first 2? And like you said, did you feel like you just needed to immediately throw at the double 7?
It's weird with big outs for me. Sometimes if I take too long on the third dart, I'll yank it. And so my goal was just to try to keep the same rhythm I've been throwing with. And, it wasn't far off. It was just a little low. So maybe if I had taken a little bit more of a second and been a little more confidence, I guess really when you think about it, that's a fear-based motivation when you're trying to keep your same pace and you don't take the time. And so in the back of your mind, you're thinking about not succeeding instead of succeeding. So I probably should have just known that I had the time and stepped up and been confident with it. But, really, when it left my hand, I thought I had it. It felt good. It just dipped a little low.
It was incredibly close. It was a tough match. You brought some great darts. Your opponent just happened to bring some of the best darts currently played in the league all across the board. Then this week, Thursday, you find yourself up against me. We both had a tough time against left-hand Hooligan. Both played similarly. How do you see that match going?
It can only go up from here, I feel. Certainly if you throw as well as Lefty did, then I would expect a similar result. But, I think it'll be a fun match. I haven't played you in a while, and I got nothing to lose. I'm coming in with no pressure on me. So really, it's just whether or not you screw up. So don't screw up.
Well, I have the irrational confidence, apparently, and you have...
You really do.
You have really the Glenn Morangy. I don't know.
Mix those 2 together, and it's quite a night of board games and anime.
That's true. Rascal, a tough one. You brought it out, but you managed to at least get one. No whitewash. And I'm looking forward to the match on Thursday. It's going to be a fun one.
Absolutely, buddy. Phil, eat a bag of dicks. You suck, but great throwing.
Team Big Body?
Yeah, at least the team got a win. We went like 1-3. Well, actually, because we won no matter what in this match. We said the winner was going to buy the other lunch for a year, right?
Something like that. I like he's like, too big body, at least something, please be friends. Hooligan, we go.
I mean, obviously I want this guy on my team. He's amazing.
Sir, don't interrupt me, sir. We go to left-hand Hooligan. Hooligan, yeah, you threw some darts on the podcast. They say you're pretty good at darts. Talk to us how you felt coming into this.
I knew I was going to win. I visited the photo store. I don't know who. I got the whole 2020 summer rookie. They added in an extra name for me. I didn't even have to argue too much.
Oh, nice. Wait, show it again. Sorry, I had to zoom out.
Last time I was on with you, you reminded me that when I wear my photo shirts, it's a good thing for me. So it worked again.
Yeah, apparently, no. Son of a bitch. Whatever, it's already there. Yeah, it seems to be going your way with the shirts, but the cricket. We know you can hit the trebles. We've seen it before. You pound the trebles incredibly well. Tonight it was something else. It just went up to that next level, that 4.7 MPR. Just you're throwing the trebles. How you doing it?
I've been putting in a lot of time on the board, so I mean that really is probably the answer. I mean, with COVID, there's not a whole lot else going on, so I go to work, I come home, and I throw a couple of matches here and there. And I play with a pretty in-person ADA group, that pretty tough group of guys. So it's, if you're not throwing a 3 average, you're not winning cricket legs. So cricket has definitely become a stronger point in my game. I thought I was only a 301, 501 guy for a while, but cricket is starting to come around, and I mean,
Did you miss a treble in cricket? I don't think you did.
every time I went for the 9 mark, I missed the treble. So.
Oh, boo-hoo.
You say cricket's starting to come around. It seems like it already has, and apparently we're not good enough for you. You got to play some other people. Well, in 501, while cricket was a very dominating performance, 501, you found Rascal sort of edging close and close. He was pushing you here and there with some of these legs. How are you feeling there, knowing that at any moment he could find those wayward darts into the correct treble and do some punishing damage?
If anybody thinks they're Skunk and Rascal, it's gonna be tough. I mean, I jumped out probably through the first 5 legs as good as I can throw, and that didn't shake him. He came right back. I mean, with a nice 80 average on, I don't know what it was. It was a nice leg that he beat me in. So he wasn't worried about it. He kept rolling, and the pace of the match was amazing as well. I mean, he really didn't. He wasn't shook at all. So I mean, I don't know what you could do to turn him off. In a 9-leg match, he was right there, and I slowed down for sure in the final 3 legs. I wasn't couldn't keep what I was doing early going. So he was kudos to him. Like I said, that was great throwing through there, and that I wish that 122 would have gone. That was an amazing shot. It should have went.
Some good sportsmanship there. It's just so close. But next week, left hand, you have yourself against Shenandoah Slinger. We saw what he did against King Rodge, almost a potential win there, but some heavy scoring. Almost similar to how Rascal pushed you. Has a chance to push you next week. How do you see that match? As Shenandoah Slinger has been showing that he is a tough competitor.
I hope Slinger's not watching, but the reason I came out throwing like that was because all the question you asked him about playing me next week. I was pretty fired up. I was like, hey, if he thinks he's going to give me a match, he's crazy. Hopefully he's gone to bed and he doesn't hear this. But I'll be watching the post game interview right before our match when I play Slinger.
Amazing.
Love that.
Amazing. Well, left-hand Hooligan, congratulations on a wonderful performance, an 8-1 win over Red Rascal and a 69 overall average. Nice.
What about these guys?
Oh, wait.
Fireman's kicking butt. Alpine Strangers kicking butt.
Scoot to your left.
Scoot to your left. Back up a
There you
little
go.
bit.
There you go.
Back up.
These guys,
There you go. There you go.
Got
Fireman's on
6
it.
names?
these
You got
guys
an
are from war too.
It's the rookie
You
class.
get an extra name on the hashtag Team Big Body shirts.
It's the rookie class. There you go. There you have it. The rookie class rep. BVZ says, I'm insulted. Fireman's happy he made a hooligan. Great stuff. Again, both of you, just fun stuff.